Understanding transgender individuals starts with imagining a world where everyone is accepted for who they truly are. Consider this place, a society without prejudice, where labels and stigmas don't exist. A place of acceptance where we embrace our differences rather than fear them. Here, love isn't just an emotion, it's a force, a powerful force that can break barriers and create connections in the unexpected ways. It's about understanding that love is more than a physical attraction or a shared experience. It's about recognizing the spirit, the heart, and the soul of another person. Can love, the most profound emotion we know, transcend the barriers of gender identity and physical disability? This is a question we should all ponder. Consider a story of a girl named Sara, who sprouted from the roots of Texas only to bloom in the tranquil surroundings of Indiana. Even though her surroundings shifted, what defined Sara as unique stayed unaltered. Sara's distinctiveness was not only defined by her physical disability, a daily test of her bravery and determination to express her femininity, but it also lay in her struggle to overcome societal norms. Nor was it her winsome personality, characterized by a smile that could illuminate the darkest corners and a laugh that could thaw the iciest hearts, albeit constrained in a body that wouldn't cooperate. It wasn't even her remarkable knack for finding optimism in the direst situations, a trait that cast her as a ray of hope in the gloomiest times. The uniqueness of Sara was more profound, more inherent. It was her identity. Sara, biologically a boy, recognized herself as a girl. This truth echoed with her very being, a relentless inner voice that exposed a disconnection between her physical body and the girl she internally recognized herself as. As time rolled on, this soft murmur matured into a roaring outcry, echoing within her, a reality she couldn't ignore. Sara's internal struggle was perhaps best depicted in a poem she composed. Adrift in a monochromatic daydream, forced to play a part, fear the beating of my heart, can't even say goodbye, no right to die, shades of grey, my sanity on the fray, beauty hidden within despair, the daydream has become a nightmare. Sara's nightmare was deepened by her mother's reluctance to acknowledge the woman she strived to express. Sara's parents, who adored their child, grappled with this newfound reality. They had faith in a divine plan sketched before their child's birth. They dismissed Sara's sentiments as being cultivated by outside influences, a temporary phase, a slight blip in her journey that would eventually settle itself through patience, time, and prayer. Yet in of their hopes, prayers, and denial, Sara's identity stood firm. She remained resolved in the face of misunderstandings, judgment, and rejection. Despite her mother's adamant refusal to assist her in expressing her femininity, thereby forcing her to be seen as male to everyone around her, her confidence in her authentic self was solid, unflinching, and unwavering. Her identity raised a significant question. Was it a transient phase, a diversion in her life's journey, or was it an inherent part of her essence, as vital to her as the air she breathed? This question reverberated through the quiet corners of their serene home. This narrative ushers us to a fork in the road where faith and identity collide, where comprehension and acceptance are challenged, a junction that many have navigated before and many will confront in the future. It's a journey often ridden with trials and tribulations, but equally adorned with resilience and bravery. But was Sara's identity a mere passing phase, a product of somehow outside influence, even though she was 20 years old before she even let herself acknowledge the possibility? Or was her poem a plea for understanding? Let's probe. Meet another individual, Alex, who hails from sunny California. Alex was also born into a religious family and faced the same struggle as Sara. Alex's parents too believed that Alex's feelings of being a girl were temporary. But today, 20 years later, Alex is still a woman and more content than ever. Then there's Jamie from the bustling city of New York. Jamie, a transgender man, had the support of his parents from the beginning. They loved him unconditionally, despite their religious beliefs. Today, Jamie is a successful author, an advocate for transgender rights. What do these stories tell us? They show us that these weren't phases. These were individuals discovering their true selves. It's not a mistake or a whim, but an integral part of who they are. Sara, Alex, Jamie, they all faced challenges. But they all had one thing in common. They wanted to be true to themselves. And isn't that what we all strive for? Religion teaches us about love, acceptance, and understanding. It's about seeing the divine in all of God's creations, including our children. God doesn't make mistakes, that's true. So could it be possible that Sara, Alex, Jamie, and countless others like them are exactly who they're meant to be? As a parent, one's role isn't just to guide, but also to understand, to listen, to accept. It's about supporting our children in their journey to discover themselves. It's about loving them unconditionally and making them feel safe, valued, and accepted for who they are. Imagine a world where Sara, Alex, Jamie, and every child feels loved, accepted, and safe to express who they truly are. Isn't that a world worth striving for? Isn't that the kind of love we all hope to give and receive? Acceptance doesn't mean abandoning your beliefs. It means expanding them to include the beautiful diversity of God's creations. It means recognizing the divine in every child, in every person. So ponder this. Can love transcend gender identity and physical disability? Can we embrace our children for who they are, not who we expect them to be? Because at the end of the day, it's not about phases or mistakes. It's about love. And love, in its truest form, is unconditional. Before we wrap up this video, let's take a moment to acknowledge the extraordinary individuals who have shared their stories. While Alex and Jamie are fictitious, Sara, whose courage and creativity shines brightly through her poem, is known in the digital world as Jade Kitten 5425. This video has been a collaborative effort, with the majority of content being AI generated. However, Sara's poem remains untouched, her own original work. Let's continue to foster an environment where stories like these can be shared and appreciated. Remember, everyone has a story to tell and each one deserves to be heard.